How's it going, everyone? Welcome to my Humble Choice February 2022 review. Now this is the first month of Humble's new model of the Humble Choice, where it's one price, there's only one price point you can pay, and you get all the games. The number of games is not set at a definite number every month, I believe, so it can be a different number of games every month, but it'll always be $12. As well as the introduction of a new Humble app that you can download. A Windows app that you can download for your PC that gives you access to a bunch of old games and other games. This month is Forager and some other games, as you can see here. So I'll be doing a video on that likely in the near future here, just reviewing and giving my thoughts about that. However, this month's bundle for February I can definitely recommend. If not just for Borderlands 3 and the DLC that we have for that, all of the other games that they added are pretty good and they look very fun. With a lot of replayability. Clearly Humble did a very good job of getting really good and just fun looking games in this month. Granted, this is only from my opinion. However, I do think the quality of games in this month is very high, and I do think there is a little bit of something for everybody in this bundle here with FPS and strategy and single player and stuff like that. So let's get on to the review. First up, we have Borderlands 3. This is an amazing FPS action game that was released less than 2 years ago as a sequel to Borderlands 2, and this game being in the bundle is honestly a whole reason to buy the bundle in itself. $12 for Borderlands 3 is a pretty amazing price, plus you get some DLC and a whole bunch of other games, so that's a whole reason to buy the bundle in itself. That's an amazing deal. Unfortunately for myself, I actually do already own Borderlands 3, so there's other reasons to buy the bundle as well, even if you still do have it. But for this reason, I will be giving away my copy from Humble this month away to one of you guys, so stick around to the end of the video to see how you can win that. Next up, we have the Director's Cut DLC for Borderlands 3. Now this, from the reviews, looks like it's very overpriced and doesn't look like it adds that much content to the game. For DLC and for being priced at $15 full price, that's why the reviews are so negative, is people just don't like paying that much for DLC that doesn't add that much. However, if it's included in the Humble, honestly, you're not really paying like that much more for it per se. So I'm pretty excited that this is in the bundle here this month. And I'm definitely going to be playing this, as I already own the original game, but I would never buy DLC like this. And by DLC like this, I mean DLC that costs $15 with mostly negative reviews. Next up here is Black Book. This is advertised as a dark RPG adventure where you're playing as a sorceress that uses cards to fight evil forces in battles. Instead of like moves, you use cards, I guess. And there's probably pretty story heavy with a very interesting art style, interesting like with items and stuff like that. This one honestly looks really fun though. Normally this would be a game that I normally wouldn't buy myself. However, if it's included in a Humble bundle or something like that, I'm definitely going to probably be playing it and at least trying it out for a good amount of time, because it does look entertaining. Next up is Aspera. This is a very complicated looking strategy game where you're trying to take control of a world's AI by like transforming and like moving stuff around. And this honestly, it looks like a very fun game. It looks very in-depth and complicated. However, at least personally with games like this, I find myself trying to just learn how to play the game and what's going on, and I spend so much time learning and trying to figure out what's going on that I don't actually end up having that much fun. Just die already. Definitely looks like an interesting one. This is advertised as an old people mayhem sandbox. This is made by the same people who made Goat Simulator. However, this game is open world as well as multiplayer and cross-platform. So you can actually like just be like messing around with your friends who's playing on Switch while you're playing on your computer. So I think that in itself makes this game super cool and amazing, because not many games have that. Not many indie games have that capability. So I'm definitely excited to try this one out with some of my friends, if anyone else has it. Before We Leave is a pretty interesting city builder game set in like a universe kind of setting, like a globe where you're kind of just building on like a big globe looking thing in space. This one honestly looks very fun. I like how it uses like tiles, the hexagons kind of thing to build. It reminds me of Civ. This one looks pretty simple, but honestly looks really fun. I'm very excited to try this one. Next up here, we have Paradise Lost. Now this is the only game in the bundle this month I'm a little iffy about. Still looks like fun, like a great atmosphere, and the graphics look amazing. I'm sure the story is just insane. However, in terms of gameplay, I'm not really sure if there is any. Like, this might just be kind of like a game like Siberia 3, where it's just kind of like a walkthrough, just like more just like storytelling experience than like a game that you play. So still could be fun. This one looks very entertaining, and like if you're just, you know, in the mood just to kind of watch more of a movie, but you want to play a game, this would definitely be one that I would recommend. However, I don't know how in terms of gameplay how much there is here. However, it still looks like a pretty good game. Next here we have Everhood, and this one definitely gives me very strong Undertale vibes, with it being like a 2D RPG with kind of the same graphic style, with very good effects on the screen, but still kind of like pixely. Either way, this one has very great reviews on Steam. Looks amazing, and honestly, this one looks super fun. I kind of like games like this where it's like simpler games, but like they still have good story and like the gameplay is fun, even though it's just like a pixel game essentially. So yeah, I'm actually really excited to play through this one. This one looks like a very good addition to the bundle. Finally, here we have Calico. Now, this one is also pretty interesting. It looks like it's like a community simulation game, where you're playing as someone who really likes cats and who hangs out with cats pretty much all the time. Like you'd be like riding cats around and like hanging out like with cats in your house and talking to people about cats and stuff like that. But it looks super unique, honestly, and it actually looks really fun. At least for me personally, I do enjoy cats, but this one looks like a good time, at the very least, just to try it out and see what's going on. So, in conclusion, I can definitely recommend the Humble Choice for this month, as I thought the game selection and quality was very good, especially compared to the last couple months. There's no weird online-only dead multiplayer games, and there's no like weird, really simple, bad point-and-click games. I thought the games were all pretty good quality, with good replayability, and there's a little bit of something for everyone in this bundle. If this is how the games are going to look every month now with this new Humble Choice that we're seeing, I'm definitely in, because I was pretty satisfied this month, and I do think that the games this month hold up pretty well compared to the games that we've seen in previous months. To win the copy of Borderlands 3, leave a comment down below saying anything you want. Just mention Borderlands 3 in the comment, and then at the end of the month before my next Humble Choice video, I will be picking someone and giving them the key for the game. So, thank you guys all so much for watching. Leave a comment down below and subscribe, as I'll be making more videos like this in the future, and I'll see you in the next one.